It's that time of the year again when colleagues gather to celebrate the end of the year. But is it too risky to bring back those workplace holiday parties? Experts suggest that with COVID still circulating, that might be the case.
I think given where we're at now, I think we need to be a bit more cautious about gatherings and larger gatherings of people who aren't living in the same household.
Words of warning as workplaces consider gathering for holiday celebrations.
What we're seeing is that the situation is moving very fast, and from day to day, things are getting more serious and more serious.
Last year, holiday parties were largely canceled due to lockdown restrictions. Experts say, well, it may be tempting to host them now because venues are open and many people are now vaccinated. There is still massive risk when it comes to gathering a large amount of people from outside of your own household.
A lot of people are immunized and therefore not necessarily showing the symptoms or not showing them as strongly as they might otherwise. Then, people showing up with even the sniffles might be coming in and being positive, which could be a big downer if you happen to spread it around to others who happen to be more vulnerable.
Make no mistake, it is no different from, the workplace, quite frankly. And so as an employer, you are still 100% responsible for what is happening at that holiday party.
Legal experts say there are risks of hosting holiday parties during these uncertain times, which the employer could be liable for.
If, there's an outbreak at a holiday party and your employees or employer is able to prove that it was because of irresponsible behavior at the party, and remember, this is a workplace event. So if you have people mixing and mingling and, handing out drinks and food is being served in an irresponsible way, maybe from share plates, and there ends up being an outbreak, then, this is not, there potentially could be a claim against, the venue or the restaurant, whatnot. But ultimately, because it's a workplace event, of course, there could be liability and exposure for the employer in question.
But for restaurants, especially those downtown, Restaurants Canada says the money they make from holiday parties, it's what helps them last through the slower winter months. They also argue having holiday gatherings in a controlled environment like a restaurant is a safer way to go.
If you can keep with your party, we really do believe it's safer to have it in a restaurant where they're watched over. And unfortunately, that's not what we're seeing right now. Restaurants are afraid to answer their phones sometimes because every call seems to be a cancellation.
Thomas 10K says if you are planning on hosting a workplace holiday party, you should consider who you are inviting, whether or not they're vaccinated or compromised, the amount of people that will be at the party, and also if the venue is well ventilated. Melissa Nakhavoly, City News.